You are listening to Practical and Woo by Mindset and Manifest. My name is Eden, and I invite you to embark on a journey with me to explore the practical and spiritual edges of the unknown for the purpose of allowing you to embody and empower yourself uniquely as you are, and to intentionally create and live a life of freedom and fulfillment. Each week, I'm going to discuss topics such as energetics, reality creation, manifestation, astrology, tarot, human design, and more to help empower you to live beyond perceived limitations and to practically design your life so it feels like absolute magic every step of the way. Let's dive in. Hello, divine soul. One of the ways I love selecting topics for our weekly discussion is by tuning into what I'm going to refer to as the energetic field. To feel the lesson, the nugget, the insight that is asking to be orated into this platform we are creating together, you and I. Sometimes it feels like the topic finds me and translates itself into spoken word from somewhere beyond. And I like to believe that the topics we discuss each week are co created by the questions and curiosities energetically expressed by you, both consciously and subconsciously. For as long as I can remember, I have always been aware of synchronistic patterns in my life, an inkling of coincidence that I would notice in my environment that corresponded with my thoughts, feelings, or questions, and a wonderment that perhaps eerily similar patterns of experience weren't coincidences at all. One day when I was 8 years old, I asked my parents if I could have the alarm code to our house. They had given me a key, and I thought that if I had this key, I should also know how to disarm the house. They told me it wasn't necessary because someone would always be home to receive me when I got home from school. The very next day, my homebound family members who were waiting for me needed to run out suddenly for an emergency errand. I came home from school, opened the door with my key, and my house started to sound the alarm. What began as an ear stinging ring quickly changed into the startling howling of a cherry red siren at the side of our house. Boy, oh boy, did I wish I had the alarm code. Now, it's unclear whether this event was the result of my curiosity the day before or if it was a premonition. Either way, the coincidence was apparent, asked and answered. Over time, my suspicion of these kinds of things began to turn to faith and then later neighbored certainty. A knowing that grows the more I immerse myself in the world of energetics and reality creation. At face value, being aware of your pattern of experience, as in, if you think, feel, or ask A, then you will receive confirmation or be given the answer to B somehow or some way in your environment. This is a tremendously valuable skill to cultivate. It allows you to see correlation and it primes you with many beautiful abilities to make micro adjustments in the way you think, to recognize that answers might come in mysterious ways, to notice the wonderfully paradoxical control you have over the way your life responds to you. A friend of mine who is well versed in the world of reality creation came to me the other day and celebrated the heck out of a payout they received from an unexpected source. An event of confirmation around monetary abundance flowing into their life. A few hours later, they received an email for an unexpected bill for basically the same amount. How frustrating. When many people would see these as separate events, I intuited that the two events were related. Well, my friend is becoming a master at calling in monetary abundance into their life, both in expected and unexpected ways, I might add. It seemed they were given an opportunity to recognize limiting beliefs they had around being able to also hold, grow, and appreciate money as well. It's one thing to recognize how to call money into your life, it's another to recognize that you're also worthy of keeping it. By noticing this correlative pattern, my friend was given a gift of recognizing where they need to sharpen their feeling of keeping wealth and to potentially excavate the beliefs, feelings, and subconscious thoughts that cause the money to leave almost as quickly as it came in. I've had many experiences of pattern recognition in my life. And since a great majority of my life up until this point has taken place as an academic, I have had the pleasure of witnessing this supportive, energetic answering and pattern correlation in my many, many years I spent in academia. So much so that I also adopted the belief that everything I need to know, I know and learn effortlessly. In both university and law school, there were many assignments to be contemplated, written, and completed. And the nature of such assignments caused a natural process of questioning. Of course, why wouldn't it? Often assignments are asking a question. Assignment titles like, what are the implications of cybercrime on a global community? Or what are the motifs found in the book, The Great Gatsby? The cool thing about this was that I was experiencing my daily life, both in academia and in hobby form. And when I was immersed, especially in leisure activity like reading, watching TV, going for a walk, having strangers converse around me, I was always generously offered some kind of insight or inspiration that answered the questions that I was asking. I remember this one particular assignment very, very, very clearly. I was doing it for my legal drafting course in law school. And this assignment was drafting a waiver for a pitched reality show that was to be produced by a Marquis de Sade esque figure. The goal of the assignment was to think of all possible angles and implications that this producer might come to face with regarding the legal rights and implications of the contestants who wanted their 5 minutes of fame starring on the TV show. Honestly, this was an incredibly exciting assignment to me, and my inner nerd is showing. One day, when I was relaxing and watching a random show on TV I had never watched before, one of the characters had said something that made me realize a gap in the way I was drafting the waiver. This one thing went on to change the entire trajectory of my assignment. And then I ended up receiving the gold medal for the course. One bout of relaxation led to a professional accolade. Thank you, guides. We so often think that we are alone in this world, grinding away and hustling, feeling busy and overwhelmed. And yet, if working hard was the path to a fulfilling and abundant life, then many more people would be feeling fulfilled and abundant. There is something more to it. Learning to notice the patterns of correlation in your life is like ordering off of a super secret exclusive menu, a super secret exclusive menu you've had access to all along. Reality creation and making magic in your life is so much more than working solo. I really wanted to say Han Solo there, but I refrained, sort of. Making magic in your life is so much more than working yourself to burnout, so much more than creating from fear. Everything you are is being reflected back to you in this wondrous cosmic mirror. Everything you ask is being answered. Your work is to recognize the patterns of correlation that are hinting to you your very next move that could change everything. Until next time.